It is live at 5, and yesterday, of course, I did my live. I made my delicious bread banana cake, and actually, rather than put it outside of the Ultra Pro, I said, why don't I just cut my banana cake up inside the Ultra Pro using, of course, my spreader knife, which is not going to cut on the bottom of my Ultra Pro, and that way I have a lid so I don't have to make something else dirty, keeping it fresh while we eat it. So Susie was over this afternoon. Hi, Wendy. So Susie came over this afternoon, and she helped us eat some of it, and she took some back for Brandon. So Brandon was pretty happy as well. So this evening, it's a beautiful evening here, and I decided that I would try and make a salad. And then I went to look for ingredients, and I didn't have many ingredients, but I do have tomatoes, peppers, spinach, and I have tuna, and I just got some fresh herbs from my garden. I can't believe they're already growing. And so I'm sort of following a recipe, but actually I can't follow the whole recipe because I don't have all the ingredients. So I've got my tomatoes here, so I'm going to take them out. They're nice and firm because I stored them in my fridge smart, in my cupboard, in my pantry, because actually when you put tomatoes in the fridge, you do your best to destroy them. You destroy the taste anyway, because they come out quite mushy, because there's an enzyme in tomatoes that doesn't like the cold. So that is my tomatoes. I have some cans of tuna here, so I'm going to make tuna. I have some feta, so I'm going to put some feta in. So it's going to be an interesting salad. So what it actually says to me is to do, okay, the first thing I want to do is cut up a little half onion I have here. And in the process of cutting up the onion, I want to talk to you quickly about this amazing basic kit. I just need to get the lid for this. And of course, I can never find the lid when I want it. Must be it being put away already. Yep, here it is. So this lid, by the way, fits on our little mini compact chopper. It also fits on our supersonic chopper. And what you need to do is make sure every time you use the chopper that you take off the lid, separate the pieces, wash it, and it will stay good for a long, long time. So in my chopper here, which is called the Supersonic Compact Chopper, I'm just going to cut up some onion. But there are so many things that you can do with this, like having your own chopper so you don't have to cut up your onion with a knife is going to save you time because it's much quicker. It's going to save you money, because I know that a lot of people buy pre-chopped onions because they just hate chopping them themselves. And it's going to help you to stay more healthy, because every time you want to do something that requires chopping or fine product, now you have a way of chopping it yourself, and you don't have to buy it pre-chopped, for example, like mixed nuts. Instead of chopping them up to use in a recipe, you just chop them as you go, which also means they stay fresher for longer, and you're not paying for all that extra packaging, so you're doing a solution to pollution too. So in our basic kit at the moment, we get this compact chopper. We also get our set of measuring cups and spoons, which are unique because they do have 6 different, or I can only see 5 here. One's gone missing. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 different levels, including the 1/8 of a teaspoon, which is a pinch, and a tablespoon, and our set of measuring cups, which includes a 2/3 cup and a 3/4 cup. So no complicated math for you. And the spatula, which is useful in hot and cold things, is easy to clean and has been a favorite of mine for many years. And the last part of this kit is our small That's-A bowl, and I'm going to use that tonight to do my mixing. So let me put the things that I'm not using tonight back on my permanent display, so that I can always talk to you about them. Except what happens is people borrow things from there, and then people, being Alan, borrows things from there because they're right in front of his nose, so it's easy to borrow them rather than go to the cupboard where the things usually are. So I have my onion. I'm not going to chop the onion up terribly small, but I don't want to really have slices of onion. So can you see that just with 3 pulls, I have some small bits and some bigger bits, but I'm going to pull it for another 3 pulls. So there, that is perfect. Another 3 pulls. I have like chunky little pieces. So that is going to be my onion to go in there. I have some spinach, which I've had for over a week. I used some of it the other day, and I don't want to have a whole bowl full of spinach. Otherwise, when you have a whole bowl full of spinach, sometimes you feel like the only thing you're eating is spinach. So we'll just finish up this spinach today. So far, everything's super easy. We're also going to use a, it says bell pepper sliced. It doesn't specify what color, but I have a little bit of red pepper here. So tell me, if you, hi Sylvain, hi Linda, good to see you. It was good to see you today, Linda. Let's tell everybody in the chat where we're all watching from, because it's quite impressive how far you can reach people when you use social media. So let me see where you all are. And I know that I think Sylvain is probably the person that is closest to me. I'm not sure. I think Sylvain, you might be in Montreal. Actually, so within the city, but we do have, and I think Wendy is in Winnipeg. Oh, I forgot to put the jar out. Hi guys, I have to put the catch-all jar out for the people watching me on my BeLive stream. So you might have to write something else, Wendy, so that your head goes in there. So where you're watching from, and as you make an answer, you'll be able to watch your head pop in the lottery jar. That's it. So Sherry Lynn is watching from Kingston, Ontario. Okay, so I've got red pepper, and I'm going to put in, this looks like a nice orange pepper, and I'm going to use half of this today. Put the rest back in my fridge smart. Okay, if from Montreal, yes, Kingston, and I think Linda is in Laval, which is right next to Montreal, it's just over a different bridge. Okay, so let me ask you, because all of the people that I can see in the comments, Sharon, oh yes, Sharon is in Leamington in Ontario, so we have lots of you. Hello from Sofia in Bulgaria, guys. Okay, we're really getting out a long way. Welcome. We're very happy to see you here this afternoon. So let me ask you a question. If you were to go, because all the people watching me, I'm not sure about, is it Yasmin? I can't quite see because it's little writing, but my friend from Sofia, I'm not sure whether she is somebody who knows a lot about Tupperware too, but most of my other ladies and gentlemen that are watching, you can see, yes, okay, my ladies that are watching me, they know that I have two little doggies here, and they both like peppers, right? So you saw Max sit. Okay, so you can't see him now, but Max is my big red setter. I'm just see if I can show you his nose. Anyway, so there you go, Max. There, you probably saw a little bit of him then. And then I have my little Killian down here. So they'll be very happy that I have, just going to wash my hands because I've got Max's mouth on. Okay, so yes, hello Ingrid, good to see you. Yes, Max is always very interested when I'm doing live at 5. Anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about. I'll put another piece of pepper aside and give it to the boys in a minute. If you were to go to your fridge right now and open up your fridge, how many fridge smarts would we find in your fridge today? So, I mean, I don't need you to go and count them, but approximately how many fridge smarts do you have in your fridge today? Yes, Linda, she was at my house today picking something up. She hasn't been too well, so she couldn't come out of the car. So I picked Killian up and I took Killian out to meet Linda this afternoon. Yes, so that was really nice. Okay, so I've got my peppers, guys. Going to put some peppers in there. Let's give the boys another bit of pepper. I'll do a little bit for Killian. Okay, this time, Max, sit. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, so I'll keep them happy for a couple of minutes. 13 fridge smarts. 4, and you're getting more. And Ingrid, I've already told you. I tell you all a secret. They're coming on extra special next month. So, so Sherry Lynn, she has 8. Ingrid has 4. Linda has 13. He is a sweetheart. He is. So, Sylvain, did you tell me how many fridge smarts we would find in your fridge? Because if you are somebody that loves Tupperware, I'm pretty sure one of the very first products you're ever going to buy is going to be fridge smarts. Okay, let me just get rid of these pips and stuff, and then we'll put in the next thing in the salad. Okay, so let's just cut up some tomatoes. So I've got these 2 delicious, nice and firm tomatoes, and nice and firm because I've kept them in a fridge smart, but in the pantry. Oh, hello, Mr. Killian. Killian says, Mum, remember, I love tomatoes. So we'll just start. I'll keep them waiting, otherwise they'll just be hassling me so long. Okay, so Sylvain, you should have more fridge smarts in your fridge if you're living the Tupperware lifestyle, because the Tupperware lifestyle says that we want to save time, save money, eat more healthily, and be a solution to pollution. And one of the best products to do that with is a fridge smart. So, for example, I had my spinach in a fridge smart. I have my peppers here in a fridge smart, and they're going to go back into the fridge. My spinach is finished. I had my tomatoes in a fridge smart in my pantry, and that's finished now too. But if I don't use, and you know, it's so easy to not use your fridge smarts, even if you have them, because sometimes we come back from the store and we're in a hurry and we just throw everything in the fridge and say, oh, I'll sort that out later. But what happens? We don't sort it out later. So, okay, so there I've got some tomato. I'm actually just going to leave one in there at the moment. What else was I going to put in? Now, I did open up this avocado. It's not the best, but it's okay. So I think I'm going to use it because I don't want to waste it. So we'll put a little bit of avocado in too. Otherwise, by tomorrow, that is going to be no good, as you know. Put that in there. I love, as you know, making lots of different salads. So this is the season. It is so warm here. I think, yeah, 24 degrees now. So I love that. No, you can't have any avocado. Avocado is not good for doggies. Good for mummies, though. Except it's so soft, it's all over me. Okay, so I'll just cut this one up. Now I'm going to be opening my cans of tuna. I haven't had tuna for ages. So I said, I want to do something different today, and I need to get out the feta as well. Okay, so 23 in Winnipeg. Oh, thank you, Jamil. I really enjoyed seeing you today as well. It was really nice. Right, so far so good. Like, I know this is a bit of a boring recipe to do for you, isn't it? Because most of it is just cutting, but we're able to do a little bit of talking as well. Okay, if you had to tell me one vegetable or one fruit that you feel has lasts so much longer now than it used to, because now you use fridge smarts, what would that one, the one that impresses you the most? Okay, I'm going to take out my feta, and I'm just going to use one little triangle, put the rest back. For me, I think the one thing that that made a huge impression on me was lettuce. I couldn't believe how much longer my lettuce would last because I was putting it in a fridge smart. So that is one thing for me. Lemons and cucumber, yes, lemons. Because, you know, I had a couple of lemons and I wish I had done this, and I forgot to put them in my fridge smart because I actually have most of my fruit in a fruit bowl. Like, I have apples and oranges and bananas, and I tend to keep them in a fruit bowl. It's just my English heritage, I think. I know a lot of you guys, you put everything in your fridge. Cilantro, yes, Sylvain, what a difference it makes with cilantro. And so I always forget to put my lemons in the fridge, but when I put them in there, they can last 6 weeks, no problem, in the fridge, which means that when I want lemon juice like today to make a nice dressing, I instantly have it. So today I'm not going to be able to do that because I don't have that. Okay, let's open up a can of tuna. French onions, yes, French onions. Yes, they probably last a lot. Are French onions like green onions, Jamel? I get very confused about all the different names of onions. So you'll notice that the Tupperware can opener, I can open my cans mid-air if I want, because of the way it opens cans. And then what I do is just put this on the edge and pull, and now my, oh dear, this looks like it might be flaked. No, it says chunk. Okay, I'm just going to skim off the water off the top. Okay, it doesn't look very chunky to me. It looks like it's more flaked. But anyway, let's have a look at it. Oh, I guess it's chunky. So I'm not going to mess around and try and cut it. I'm just going to put. Oh, I haven't had tuna for so long. I'm quite looking forward to this tonight. Having some tuna. I wasn't sure how much one can will do, but it'll be plenty for Alan and me. Oh, Max, he's licking his lips. I'll just keep a little bit here. Actually, no, I won't, because Max, he's allergic to everything. It'd be just my luck to give him some tuna and then find that he's allergic to fish, so I'm not going to risk it. Okay, so my salad is shaping up. It's actually looking really nice because now I've got my tuna, I've got my feta, I've got tomatoes, spinach, and peppers. And so all that's left for me to do now, oh, and I nearly forgot my little red onion here. So we'll sprinkle some of that in as well. So I've got some nice colors in here. I've got some purple, red, green, orange, sort of peachy color, white. It actually looks really interesting. So let's put that to the side. And I need to make a dressing. And I'm also going to chop up some of these herbs that I got from the garden and put those in too. So this actual dish calls for olive oil and lemon juice. And as I just explained to you, I don't have any lemon juice, but I do have white wine vinegar, and I'm going to get some of that in some oil, and we're just going to mix that together, and that is going to be my dressing. And often what I do when I make just a small amount of dressing, I often just use one of my snack cups. So I'm just going to, actually, I don't have much oil here. I might have to get some more. I'm just going to pour my oil into here. Then I can wash this and put some more oil in. So it doesn't matter how careful you are, often you end up with an oily container. Are you going to have French bread? You know, I don't have any French bread, but what I do have is some of that delicious country white bread. And I always have some now. This is a new habit I've got into. I always have some in my freezer. And that country white bread is so delicious when it's toasted. That is what I'm going to prepare to go with it. And I know that Alan really enjoys that too. So let's put in some white wine. I'll get some black pepper. Oh, I'm quite excited to see what this all tastes like. Alan's not coming back till later this evening, so I might have to wait. I might just eat mine and he can have his later. So black pepper and a little bit of salt. Not too much. And I get a little lid and just shake that up. And then later on, I'll put this on my salad. I'm not going to put it on straight away because I'm not going to eat it straight away. So I'm going to keep this separate. I've got my salad ready. I'll put the lid on because one of the great things about Al-Vatsa bowls is you can put lids on. I'll put the lid on, put it in the fridge, and then when I come to eat it later, I can toss it. But let's finish off by just cutting up some of the herbs. And I'm just actually going to get the rest of the onion out of here. Well, not all of it, but some of it, so that I don't have a lot of onion in with the herbs. So chives, I really love chives, and I'm just going to twist them and tear them so that they can, I'm going to take the very tips. And I can't believe my parsley, I've got a little bush, it's not a bush, but a little plant out there that has lasted through the winter. And it just started to sprout up all by itself. So I'm really happy to see that. Because what that means is I've probably got parsley and chives. I actually have mint there too, and the rosemary plant has grown by itself as well, which means, oops, I left this little one out, which means that I've probably got them forever, right? Because usually I plant them every year, but this year I'm not going to have to plant them because they're already there and have established themselves. Let's see. Okay, so we're gradually chopping it down. You can see there's still a couple of sticks of chives. So let me just go again. And now I have a nice fresh herb mix, which I will throw in there as well at the time that I'm going to serve it. So are you going to plant other veggies? You know, I usually have a little plot just in front of my garage, and I usually have some just herbs really, but sometimes I have cucumbers. I grew cucumbers one year. I love that. Sometimes I have tomatoes, but it's not a really sunny spot. It only gets sun for a few hours in the afternoon. So the tomatoes, sometimes they work really well, but if we don't have a particularly hot summer, they don't go. So yeah, probably, and I've done zucchinis as well. But you know, when I'm not doing Tupperware, I can't imagine when that will ever be, but I'm sure I'm going to get much more involved in gardening because I get so excited at seeing how everything's transforming. I think I've told you guys before, my favorite flower is the peony. And so last year I planted 2 extra plants. And so I'm excited to see that they've started to sprout. So it'll be interesting to see whether I have any flowers on them this year and what color they are. So that is it from me, folks, tonight. Thank you so much for keeping me company, chatting to me, letting all our people who perhaps don't follow us so often to see all the things that we can do with our Tupperware, talking about fridge smarts, how much time and money they can actually save us and encourage us to eat a really healthy salad. So I wish you all a happy evening, but before I go, I have a jam jar full of heads here, which I am going to yes, Ingrid, I haven't looked at the reply to my message because I had asked you what time. I'll have a look at it. Yes, it's absolutely fine. I'll make sure everything's ready tonight. So let me do a draw to get a winner. So my winner today is Linda. So Linda, what I'm offering as a reward at the moment is a small fridge mat for $4. So should you decide to add that to your order next time you come, you just let me know and say, Melanie, I won one of your draws on your Live at 5. So my Live at 5 draws at the moment are a small fridge smart, and you can have that for $4. So hello there, Sharon. See you on this one now, so that's good. And I really want to thank all of you for going on the different platforms that I do my lives, because it really helps me with my distribution. And so thank you so much for that. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Tomorrow, I'm going to try and make, I was going to do it tonight, but I didn't have all the ingredients. Cheesy potatoes is what I'm going to make tomorrow evening, because I need to get some sour cream. I didn't have any. And I thought, oh, shall I run to the store? But I just didn't really have enough time. So I'm going to send Alan to the store tomorrow morning. Okay, guys, have a great evening. I love you all. I appreciate you all in my life. And my friend from Bulgaria, it's really nice to have you on the live as well. And I hope you're having a lovely evening out there in Bulgaria, because it's probably about 11 o'clock at night, I would think, out there at the moment. So take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.